You don't want to be here. Don't know anyone here who doesn't have rattles or ataxia.
No!
You've been digging around where you don't belong. It's time you learned a lesson. Someone who doesn't like you asking questions. Come on, let's see what you're made of.
Yeah!
Fight! Keep those hands up! 12 septims on the big one.
I'll fix you good.
Drive that snow back to the ground. Come on! Drive that snow back to the ground. Come on!
You mangy piece of pit bait.
You stand there and take it? Fight back!
I was sent by Nepos the Nose. The old man hands out the orders. He told me to make sure you didn't get in the way. That's all I know, I swear.
Excuse me. What's your business here? We haven't been expecting you, and the old man needs his rest. Come back some other time.
Wait. It's okay, my dear. Send her in.
Yes, Nepos. You heard him. Go on in.
I'm sorry about my housekeeper. She's a little protective of me. Now, what is it you want?
I know about Waylon.
Ah, yes. You've proven to be a real bloodhound. Well, you've sniffed me out. I've been playing this game for almost 20 years, sending the young to their deaths, all in the name of the Forsworn. And I'm tired. So tired. Because my king told me to. Madanach. When the uprising fell at the hands of the Nords, they threw him in the mines.
I'm sure he did.
I don't know how, but he lives. I get his messages, and I hand out his orders without question. Markarth and the Reach are our lands. That is why we are the Forsworn. We cannot claim the home that is rightly ours. But then, during their war with the Elves, we had our moment. We drove the Nords out of the Reach in a great uprising. Then Ulfric and his men came. Those of us who didn't run were executed, except for myself, my king, and a handful of others. He is the King in Rags, a man who once held all the Reach within his grip. He stokes the passions of the downtrodden in this city, directs them to kill the enemies of the Forsworn in our name. All from inside Cidhna Mine, a Nord prison. The irony is quite thick.
Yes, it is. Because it would have been nice if we had more quests like this, where you could help the Forsworn infiltrate other cities and holds in the Reach, and either like spy on or assassinate people for them.
My dear girl, what makes you think you're getting out of here alive? You were seen
I don't
coming
know.
in. The girl at the door is
Being
a
a
Forsworn
vampire?
agent masquerading as a maid. You aren't the first one to have gotten this far. You won't be the last.
Okay.
I'm sorry,
Someone there?
but you're
Never
not
should have
leaving
come here.
alive.
I grow guilt-ridden in my old age. So many of the young sent to their deaths, all in the name of the Forsworn, in the name of Madanach. My king who watches us from behind the iron bars of Cidhna mine. How long have I served you? Since the uprising against the Nords? Was there ever a time when all that violence hasn't overshadowed our destinies? What choice do I have but to do as I'm instructed? Well, you could have had a lot of different choices, Nepos. I don't think yeah. Would have been cool if we found like some other notes in here telling us more about Nepos and what happened with the Markarth incident. But now we have to return to the...
We warned you, but you had to just go and cause trouble. Now we have to pin all these recent murders on you. Silence witnesses. Work, work, work. We have a nice arrangement in this city, and we're not letting you get in the way. You have a problem with that? Take it up with Madanach. I'm sure the King in Rags and his Forsworn would love to meet you. Now you're coming with us. It's a life sentence in Cidhna mine for you.
Fine.
You'll never see the sun again, you hear me? No one escapes Cidhna mine. No one.
I hope at some point they realize I'm a vampire. I will thrive and feed
All
off
right,
of
prisoner.
them.
Eyes front. You're in Cidhna mine now, and we expect you to earn your keep. There's no resting your hide in a cell in this prison. Here you work. You'll mine ore until you start throwing up silver bars. You got it?
I'm sorry, I'm a little deaf in this ear.
Don't get smart with me. I'm in charge. You keep it up, I'll have your toes cut off. All right, open her up. Now you, get down there.
Bunch of idiots.
I left behind my daughter, Uale, when I was taken.
Yeah, I hate to break it to you, Erasin, but
How old is my daughter now, I wonder? In prison, you lose track of time.
Your daughter is dead. I was forced to kill her. It's a shame we
I'm just
can't
another
tell him.
Forsworn, sent to rot here in this mine.
The new meat. So soft. Tender. What was it like killing your first one, huh? A true killer like me. The gods put us here to fill their halls with souls. You'll fit in fine down here. Murder, banditry, assault, theft, and lollygagging. Guards brought me in about 12 years ago. Was running a good group of bandits up until then. But these Forsworn, they're nothing like the men I cobbled together. They're real killers.
Need something?
Nice.
What are you in for, new blood?
I really do. I like to roleplay this.
Violent one, huh? Best keep that to yourself, new blood. Others find out, they'll consider that a challenge. My advice? Serve your time at the pickaxe and get out. You don't want to end up getting a shiv in the guts over a bottle of skooma. If you're asking, that means you're the new lifer. Tough luck, friend. Those guards sold you out, but good. No one talks to Madanach, I'm afraid. Not without getting past Borkul the Beast. And you don't want to talk to Borkul the Beast. A Nord nobleman I served was stabbed in the night. Wasn't me, but I knew I'd be blamed. So I ran, joined the Forsworn, started killing, got caught. Now I'm here. Because life was better under the old ways. No Nords and their laws. One day the Forsworn will paint the walls of Markarth in their blood.
I will.
Until next time.
I said my character would be kind of interested in that. Because, while you're painting the walls of Markarth with blood, she'll be draining all the guards of theirs.
I'm just another Forsworn, sent to rot here.
You serve your time by digging, so dig.
I need to see Madanach.
You want to talk to the king in rags? Fine. But first you gotta pay the toll. How about you get me a shiv? Not that I need one, but it's nice to have one in case I need to do some shaving. Those eyes. All right, killer, go on through, but don't try anything. Madanach knows more than you think.
Nah.
Fight well. Prison's not so bad. Less complaints when I kill people.
I'll be feeding on sonar soon. I also need to take a bath. Look, even after all this, I get thrown in prison. I've gained. Look at all the dirt that she's gained on her arms. Yo, jackass.
Well, well, look at you. The Nords have turned you into an animal. A wild beast caged up and left to go mad. So, my fellow beast, what do you want? Answers about the Forsworn? Revenge for trying to have you killed?
Nah. No. I want my freedom. Because
Your freedom? Yes.
want to get
Even
an
if you
armor
were
from
to
it.
escape Cidhna Mine, your name would still be stained with all that blood. You're one of us now, you see? A slave. The boot of the Nords stepping on your throat. Maybe if you understood that, I could help you.
How?
There's a man named Breg inside these mines. Besides me, he's been here the longest. Tell him I sent you. Ask him why he's here. I want you to know how widespread the injustice of Markarth is.
I want to know about sonar.
I had Markarth. My men and I drove the Nords out. We had won. So we thought. Retribution was swift. I was captured, quickly tried, and sentenced to death. But my execution never came. Thonar Silverblood stopped it. He wanted the Forsworn at his call, that I would point their rage at his enemies and spare his allies. And I have. Humiliating at first, but I knew he would let his guard down eventually, that he would come to trust I was under control. This was our land. We were here first. Then the Nords came and put chains on us, forbid us from worshipping our gods. Some of us refused to bow. We knew the old ways would lead us back to having a kingdom of our own. That is who we are. The Forsworn. Criminals in our own lands, and we will cut a bloody hole into the Reach until we are free.
Okay.
Our vengeance will come.
Jarl decided I was too much of a problem. Threw me in here with the Forsworn.
Yeah, okay.
Until next time.
Don't reach for a ship. What do you want? Of digging to do.
Madanach asked me to hear your story.
My story, huh? Everyone in Cidhna Mine has a tale. Let's hear yours first. When was the first time you felt chains around your wrists?
When I was young, always known to get into trouble.
Then you know the hard looks as judgment gets set upon you. The sneers of people who never had to face sentence. Do you have any family? Anyone waiting for you on the outside?
Yes, but they're far from Sky. I love that. Yeah, they're far from Skyrim. Actually, they're currently trapped in a stone sarcophagus in Dim Hollow Crypt. That as soon as I get out of here, I'm gonna go rescue them and take over their vampire clan. And then together we're going to rule Skyrim and kill the Dawn Guard.
I had a daughter once. She'd be 23 this year. Married to some hot-headed silver worker, or maybe on her own, learning the herb trade. The Nords didn't care who was and who wasn't involved in the Forsworn uprising. I had spoken to Madanak once. That was enough. But my little Aethra didn't want to see her papa leave her. She pleaded to the Jarl to take her instead. And after they made me watch as her head rolled off the block, they threw me in here anyway to dig up their silver. My daughter is the one who needs your pity. I'm just a poor Forsworn whose only regret is not killing more Nords before I was locked up. Long enough.
Okay.
Till next time. Don't reach for a shiv around me or we'll both regret it.
Yeah.
I was sent here because someone said I was a Forsworn.
Threw me in here with the Forsworn.
How long have you been in here, Aldrin?
A couple of years. I wasn't a Forsworn when I came, but I joined up when I got in. Easier that way.
Huh.
Guards say I murdered someone. I was just sleeping off some meat in my aunt's house. That didn't stop them from arresting me. I didn't even know who they said I killed. Until next time.
Okay.
I got locked up one too many times.
Innocent.
Now I'm in
afraid
for life.
I was nowhere near that murder weapon.
I left behind my daughter, Uale, when I was taken.
You're a slave, just like us.
I talked to Break.
Yeah, imagine hearing a story like that over and over. Each time a different family, each time a different injustice. Your meddling above ground reminded me of how removed I've been from the struggle. My men and I should be in the hills, fighting.
So you'll help me escape then?
Yes, but I need a show of loyalty from you. I don't need a shiv in the back while we break out. Have you met Grisvar the Unlucky? He's rightly named, and he's also a thief and a snitch. He's outlived his minor usefulness. Take care of him, and then we can leave Cidhna mine for good.
Okay.
Our struggle is our people's struggle.
You serve your time by digging, so dig.
Jarl decided I got locked up one too many times. Now I'm in for life.
Madanak says hello.
What? No! No, don't kill me! Please! Never should have come here. Do your worst.
Come on! Someone do something. No! That takes care of that.
Prison's not so bad. Less complaints when I kill people.
You've finally become one of us. Come with me. I think it's time I announced my plans to you and your new brothers.